went thrifting this week and I picked up 27-ish items to flip on eBay and Poshmark for a profit. And same thing I do every time I go thrifting. The first step once I get home is I really dig deep into the comps to decide how I'm going to title it, what I'm going to price it at, how many other items are listed just like mine to see kind of what my competition is and all that stuff. So I've already got all that logged into my spreadsheet. So I'll share some of that with you, share some of the keywords that I'll use, what I'll price it at. I love to share and hopefully it'll help you along your journey too. First, let me clean this up. I should have cleaned my work area up a little bit better. I was listing right before this and I forgot to write down that I had those listed. This is my sheet. Y'all might want to see this. I just made it on Canva that I use to track what I'm listing every month. I print out a new one every month and then I just write the date of how many items I had listed on the first. You can see all those ones. Started the month out strong and then I listed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the second. Looks like I listed 5 on the fourth and that just kind of helps keep me on track. So I designed this at the beginning of the year. It says 2,500 new listings in 2025. And I'm not gonna hit that and that's okay because I decided to start the YouTube channel instead. So I'm using about half of my work time to record, edit, upload videos, but I still use this sheet. And then right here, I log the days that I spent sourcing, although I've forgotten to write all of that down that month. It just kind of helps keep me on track. So anybody that's good in Canva, you can make your own. If you want me to send this to you, I'll send it to you for free. I don't really know how you're gonna find me to contact me. I guess you could message me on Facebook. You can find me there at JENNYSHANEYFELT. There's also, I always have a link to my Facebook page in the description of every single video, so you can find it there too. I don't mind sending that file to you at all. Although I probably need to do like a generic one that doesn't have the month at the top. Yeah, if anybody wants it, I'll take June off of there. Okay, I'm a little neater here. Okay, so I went to Goodwill is where I went this past Sunday, and the first item I picked up was over there on the side in just the shelves of like, they just throw the most random stuff. And anytime I find something like new in the box, it catches my eye and I usually will look it up. And this is a swim cap and it's like 2 pieces that are connected. I don't know anything about swim caps, but you put the headband on first and it holds your hair back and then you tuck your long hair in the cap and flip it over. Anyways, I think three of these had sold and it was 100% sell-through rate. So I just went ahead and picked it up. And I decided to price this one based off of comps at $19.99 and I only paid $1.99 for it. So I thought that was a pretty good pickup. Okay, next, somebody had donated their luxury slipper collection and I picked up two of them. The first one I saw, I'm not going to tell you about this just yet. I'm going to give you just a second. Do you recognize this font? It says My Slipper. So I recognize the font right off the bat as the same font for the My Pillow guy that you see on the infomercials. And I was just curious. I was like, well, I didn't even know they made slippers. Let me look that up. And I was super blown away by the comps. So these are basically new. You can tell they've never been worn. I paid $5.99 for these, and based off of comps, I decided to price them at $45. So I was blown away by the My Pillow guy slippers. Next, another pair of slippers. I had never heard of this brand either. Atrix. And this has a little Velcro strap, and right underneath the strap, there's a tag with a style name. It was Mandy. So I typed in pre-owned Atrix Mandy slippers, and I liked what I saw. So I only paid $3.50 for these, and I'll be pricing these at $38. Next, I got some tennis shoes for myself. I'm always in the market for some comfy, versatile tennis shoes. They're like a purpley color. When I ran the comps, they're called Nike Revolution running shoes. I only paid $10 for them. I wouldn't have picked them up at $10 to resell because after running the comps, if I list them, I'll list them at $29. But I've already worn them and they're super comfortable. I probably won't be listing those. I got some shorts. These are for me. and these are my favorite kind. Not brand, this wasn't even a good brand, but they have the like stretchy biker shorts underneath and then the loose fabric over the top. It's my favorite cut of shorts to wear during the summer, and we're going on vacation soon, so needed some more shorts. Only paid $3 for those. Okay, and this one, this is for myself also, and let me explain. We have an inside joke about this in my home, and when I saw this word, fourth, I was like, I didn't know anyone else thought that was a word. I have to get that. Whether I wear it or not, I don't know, but I gotta show my kids. Okay, so quickly, let me tell you this cute story. So when my twins were about 3 or 4 years old, they heard the word forfeit. One of them said, Mom, what does forfeit mean? So I just explained to them that it meant that you were quitting something, you weren't gonna do it anymore, you were stopping something. So one of them turned to the other and said, hey bub, what do you want to forth? I want to forth nap time. And so they heard it as forth it, like forth that thing. And so it's been a running joke since then. So we're forthing stuff all the time. Anyways, I had to buy this. Okay, next is Barefoot Dreams. I believe I've heard that Barefoot Dreams is not in existence anymore, so people who love it have to get it off the secondhand market. And if you've never felt of a Barefoot Dreams piece, it is the softest thing. So keywords that I'll use to describe this is cozy, minimalist, those types of words. Super soft. I paid $3 for it, and based off of comps, I'm pricing it at $30. And next is a brand called San Solil, and you'll see it has UPF. And the reason it caught my eye is because I recently sold another piece. I don't know if you can tell it on camera, but the whole bottom portion of the sleeve is a mesh panel. There you go, maybe you can see that, to keep you super cool. So based off of comps, I can price this one at about $30. I paid $4.99 for it. So I'll make sure that I put the UPF in the title. I'll use the word golf, tennis, bold. Love that. Okay, next, this piece is probably for me. I paid $7 for it. I probably would not have paid $7 for it had I not wanted it for myself. If I do list it, it'll be listed at $33, but I'll take less for it. It is just a big, cozy, soft thing, and it's got these sheer flowers on the shoulder and the sleeve. This is just so me. I love artsy, but I also love minimalist, and this was both. Okay, the next one, huge bolo. So if you're working while you're listening, you're gonna want to stop and look at this. So I had never heard of this. Lisa Todd. I'll put some comps on the screen. This is gonna blow your mind. Look at this. This is so cute. I would have bought this even if the comps weren't amazing, but let me show you a close up of this. It's 3D, curly-headed girl. It is so cute. It's about 5% cashmere, I think I remember it saying. But yes, Lisa Todd. So y'all, I paid $5.99 for this based off of comps. I am pricing this at $172, but I could not find another one like this anywhere on the internet. Not Google Lens, not Poshmark solds, not eBay solds over the last 3 years. So I decided to start high and see what happens. I'm so excited about this one. I don't even have it listed yet. Next, this is just for me. I like long. I told you I like minimalist. This is just like a tunic top. I don't know if it's a good one or not. This next one is though, Rachel Zoe. And this is a super loud piece. I will use the words maximalism. I'll probably use the words fiesta. I'll use the words granny core, because it definitely looks like a groovy granny might wear this. And I paid $3 for it. I'll be pricing it at $35. And y'all, I don't do these for y'all to hop in my store and buy them at all. I do this because it was such a help for me hearing what sold for other resellers, and this is not a what sold video, even though I do put one out once a week. But if you ever see something that you want and it's not listed yet and you want me to hurry up and list it or whatever, you're more than welcome to message me. Okay, next. I probably should have dug a little deeper into this one before I picked it up, but I ran the comps and I got excited. But then when I got home, I realized the ones that were selling for so much were the vintage ones. So if you see a vintage Maui & Sons shirt, you're probably gonna wanna get it. And I'll make some money off of this, but not what I initially thought. I paid $1.99 for it, and I'll list it at $18. So I meant to tell you earlier, I went to Goodwill on a Sunday. If I go to Goodwill, it's almost always on a Sunday. Goodwill is not my favorite thrift store to go to because it seems like they price higher than just about anybody. But they always have a specific color tag when you first walk in that is on 50% off. I don't know if all Goodwills operate the same. I think some of them do have some different practices. But the color tag this time was green. So let me also make a note. If your Goodwill is like ours, okay, I'll just show you this one. So this is green from top to bottom. So it's green here and the bar is also green. But sometimes there'll be two different colors. In our Goodwill, this part does not matter. This is the color code for the size. Is this thing. So make sure that you know what you're doing so you don't fill your cart full of stuff you thinking you're getting for 50% off, and when you get to the register it's not green bar. So it's not the green tag, it's the green tag attacher. So anyways, back to what I was saying. I have memorized which stores run sales on specific days. So Goodwill, every single week they change their color tag. So for me, I want first dibs at what just went 50% off. I know if I go on Saturday to Goodwill, that's the end of the week of that specific color tag, so it's picked over. So if I go on Sunday, that's the first day that those items have been 50% off. So that's the way I try to do it because I like to keep my cost of goods low. Now, I do go through the new racks as well because a lot of times you're gonna find some really, really nice items on those new racks that are worth spending the new money on. And so not all of these items were 50% off. All right, next, Cynthia Rowley. It's a pretty good brand, this Cynthia Rowley Active, and it's a waffle knit, cowl neck, just really cozy, minimalist. It's a 2X, so it's a good size. I paid $3 for it, and I'll be pricing that at $25. I think I'm gonna have to stop and get this hair up off my neck. It is hot in Alabama today. I think it's hot all over the country. Yesterday, our heat index was 98, and I'm in North Alabama. I can't imagine what it is at the beach. You know, I realized there's some people out there that didn't realize Alabama had a beach. I have heard that Alabama has the widest sands in the world, like documented widest sands in the world. It's Gulf Shores. It is beautiful. Okay, next. I have sold several pieces in this style. It's sheer, it's black, it's got burnout floral print on it. And so when I saw it, I didn't even know what brand it was, but I knew if it was a good price, I was gonna get it. It's Bonworth. I've never bought Bonworth before, but I'll use Whimsy Goth, dark floral, maybe even dark fairy. I'll probably put Granny Core on this one as well, because isn't that funny how it can go like gothic or your grandma? It just depends on how you style it. So I'll put all that in there. I paid $4.99 for it, and I will price it at $29. Next, I felt like this was an awesome find. This was half off, but they only had it priced at $2, so I only paid $1 for this. Look at this. It is vintage, velvet burnout, red and black. It is the perfect Y2K piece. The only thing that I think would have made it better was if it was floor length. It's a sheer overlay with the lining underneath. Never heard of the brand before, but it's an obvious vintage tag because you've got your paper tag here. And so I put this on my body model. It looked great on it rather than just hanging on the hanger. And I think I've already got this one listed. Yeah, I do. So I paid $1 and I priced it at $49. I think that one will sell well. The next one I shouldn't have bought. So I got really excited when I ran the comps for this brand, and you should too. Rixo dresses, I'll put the comps on the screen here, sell for a lot of money. But what I didn't notice in the store was this tiny little Target symbol underneath. So this was Rixo's collab with Target, and they don't sell for near as much. It's still a super cute dress. Somebody will get a great deal on it. And I priced it at $25. I'll make a little bit of profit, but I paid $6.99 for it. I would not have paid $6.99 for a dress that I'm only going to list at $25. That was a mistake, but I won't lose money on it. I'll make my money back plus a profit. I just paid too much for it. Oh, and keywords I'll use with this are definitely bold, maximalism, cottagecore, puff sleeve, tiered, maxi dress. All of that is great keywords. People look for cottagecore tiered maxi dresses like crazy on eBay. And so all those are great selling points, but I could only price it about $25 if I want to move it because there were so many listed, and this is a size 2. So yeah, for that reason, I only priced it at $25. Next is a fun one. Another one that I thought I was going to get to list for a lot more when I ran the comps in the store, but it's Victoria's Secret's pink, a pajama set of donuts. Got the little dog there, and it has the pants, it has the top. And when I ran the comps in the store, I'll pop them up on the screen, I was really, really, really excited. But then when I got home and I was loading it into my spreadsheet, I realized the high comps I was seeing was for the one piece or the footy things. These will still sell, but not for near as much. I paid $3.99 for it, and I'll price it at $25. Next is a brand called Tyler Bow that I've sold twice before. They didn't sell exceptionally fast or exceptionally high, but I always love the style. And so I did get it because it was only $4. It is a maxi dress. I would call it tiered because it's got a seam here and all the way down at the bottom as well. It's got the tie on the back. Just a real classic, classy piece. I paid $4 for it, and I'll be pricing it at $33. I'll use the words floral, tiered, maxi dress, pink, red. I might throw cottagecore in there, feminine, flowy, that kind of thing. Next, another one that I didn't check near enough. I actually think I did check it well, and I think that when they put it in the bag, it must have scraped something. But I like to find good quality career wear pieces, and this wasn't just a piece, it was a set. And it's Calvin Klein, not a brand that I normally get just super excited about, but this is a good style from my experience. It's tweed, it's got the faux leather accents, the gold zipper, but look right here. This skint mark, I know it wasn't there. I could have sworn that it was in excellent condition when I picked it up. And when I got home, this was a lot lighter color, and I just took a Sharpie to it. So hopefully, especially if it's someone with longer length hair, they won't mind, and they'll get a good deal because I didn't price it near as high as I would have if it didn't have that. So I paid $3.50 for this set, and I'll price it at $33. Next, I like to stop by the blanket and linen section, and I'm glad that I did. I found this super cute throw that still has the tag attached to it. It's still got the little plastic pieces and everything. And isn't that adorable? Like, I'm almost tempted to open it up and keep it, but I don't need another blanket around this house. But it's Nicole Miller, and only one of these had been listed in the last 90 days, and it had sold, so that gives it 100% sell-through rate. And Nicole Miller throws in general, even if it wasn't this lion print, were selling well. So I did decide to pick it up at $6.99, and I'm pricing it at $55. This is just a Rawlings baseball warm-up, And a lot of times my mom will give me piles of clothes that she doesn't want anymore because she decided she didn't want to resell clothes anymore. She just likes hard goods. And I've learned so much through that because her eye is different than mine. She picks up different types of stuff. And there's lots of stuff I never would have even given a second thought, like a baseball warm-up, and it sells well. So I've learned a lot through getting free stuff from my family members in that way. So I paid $3 for that, and I will be pricing it at $28. Next, I have a piece that I'm thinking about keeping for myself. It's so cute. I love a good cozy hoodie. And look, it's Smokey the Bear. Only you can prevent forest fires. I love it. And the brand is Sonoma, an okay bread and butter brand. But I just thought he was adorable. So comps were pretty good, so I decided to pick it up at $3.50. I'll be pricing it at $25. I got 2 more pieces to show you, and they're very similar, same brand, same size, same theme. I see this brand all the time and I have never picked it up. Do y'all? Green tea. Usually when I run the comps, it's not worth getting. But this time they were pretty good. Wine o'clock. Who doesn't love a cozy sweatshirt? And On Cloud Wine, written in terry cloth. So both of those, I paid $3.50 each for those, and I will price them at $25 each. All right, let's do something fun. Let me lower this if I can. I don't think I can. That works. All right, let's do something fun. I know how much I spent on it because I was like, oh my gosh, are you sure that's all? I was expecting it to be a lot more. And she was like, maybe my scanner messed up. But it was $90 total, even with the stuff that I bought for myself. So what I want to look at is if I sell all of this at asking price, what will the total be? So let me just tell my spreadsheet to add all of these up, and I'll sell this. So if I sold all of that at asking price, it would be $870.99. So I would guess, and I should know this number, but I would guess that my average percentage off would be anywhere from 15 to 20%. I really should know that number, but I don't. So I'll just ask Siri. Hey Siri.
I'm listening.
What is 871 minus 20%?
The answer is $696.8.
$696. So that's pretty good. So how long were my mom and I at the store? We got there at 11 when it opened. And what time did I get home? I think I got home after dropping her off at like 5. So we were probably there till like 3:30 or 4. So 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, we'll say 4. So it was 5 hours in the store. And all the time that I'll take listing it, almost $700 profit off that thrift haul. So I'm pretty excited about that. So how often do you go thrifting? I average, I think about 6 times a month. I did realize like when I go thrifting, when I have the time to go thrifting, I want to make sure that I get as much as possible to get my biggest bang for my buck. Like maybe stop at 2 or 3 different thrift stores. I don't mean just get a bunch of stuff at the store just to be getting it. Of course, I'm going to run the comps and make sure it's worth picking up. But even if I'm tired after that first stretch at the first thrift store, if I have time, I like to go and get as much done while I'm out that day as possible. It just works out better for me that way. But I do know some people who just like to go for like 30 minutes here and there. But I just don't feel like I can get in the groove and get very much if I do it that way. All right, I'm gonna hop off of here. I've got more listings to get up today. I'll see you in the next What Sold video. Hopefully some of these items will be on there already. Bye.